Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to your Monday inspiration. Like always, we're going to start off with the scripture. Actually, today I have two scriptures which kind of lead to the same thing. Let me start. The first one I have is Jeremiah 29:11. You may know this one. It's for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. I also have the second scripture, which is Proverbs 3:6. And this one is in the easy to read version. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will straight make straight your paths. There we go. It is a little tongue twister, but this leads me to, I would say, what direction are you headed in? That has a lot to do with focusing on where you're going, focusing on the direction that you want to be headed. That reminds me really quick of a quote from Jim Rohn, and it states, direction determines destination. Um, just off of that quote, it reminds me of what Arnold said. He said, you can have the best plane, the best pilot in the world, but if you don't have a direction, you're literally just flying in circles. I think that's the important thing for us is to have a direction on which way we want to go. Like I talked about in the previous message on, your imaging, on your imagine on where you want to take it. This is where that leads to, and it starts to develop your direction. Because if you start to develop that imagination, you start thinking yourself as higher standard, next level thinking, and to your mastery. I think it reminds me of what did they say? The analogy of the car window and the rear view window, rear view mirror, shall I say? Um, they say the car window is big, just like your future, and that's where you need to be looking in that direction. Now, they say a lot of people look into their past, and their past is that rear view mirror right above you in that small window. Have you ever noticed people can't drive if they're staring in their rearview mirror? They end up getting into an accident in the front. I believe that's a lot to believe with your direction and your actions on where you're taking it. If your eyes are focused on the rearview mirror and you're driving forward straight towards your goal, what you're supposed to be doing, of course, this is going to give you the option to veer off, go into your own path. It's kind of like go off of the path that you were supposed to be on. Um, Now, from that, I think of how to shift the focus. If that's what we can see is the problem is their direction, now how do we fix it? The only way I can see of how to shift is by explaining my basically experiences only. Um, the way I shifted was I have this written down, and it's enough is enough. Um, it's along those lines of the same Tony Robbins saying, where it's your shoulds turn into a must. It's where I must do this. I must do this. I had enough of living this lifestyle. I had enough of doing this. I want to change for the better. I want to see how I can become a better me. The way I am now was not the way I was 5, 6, 7, almost 10 years ago. I was a completely different person. A lot of people that I go back to now, they say, I don't even recognize you. And I do nothing but thank Jesus that I was able to pull myself out. Now, one of my goals and one of my things is to go back to people that I knew that's in that still and pull them out, be able to help them, be able to show them that if I can do it, you can do it, really. And, we may be running different speeds at different races, but nobody's competing. This is, you're your own competition. I believe you're going to get there as fast as you want and the fastest you're going to desire. Now, what do you desire? Do you desire to get to that next level? If you feel stuck, It's probably because you don't have an idea of the direction. This is where I started setting goals, to simply give you, I'd start off with three. I always do three is really easy to start off, you know, and this is where you start asking more intelligent questions. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And who do you want to become? In that process, of that learning, who do you want to become? Think of somebody that you look up to. That's how I see. I would like to be that guy that everybody comes to for not only advice, but how to fix things, how to get things done. Really, just an all around guy that people trust and look up to. That's what I aspire to be, just like our pastor, Pastor Bo at Thrive Church. Now, with this, start off with those three goals. Now, I'm going to end it here with those three goals of, where you want, what you want, where you want to go, who you want to become, and just start from there and imagine where you could take this because I never thought I could be where I am today with what I did back in the past. So, again, if I can do it, I definitely know you can do it. Again, I want to challenge you, get your three goals, get your direction. It's like a GPS, lock in your coordinates on where you want to go. Again, I want to thank you. I love you guys, and you guys have a blessed Monday, a blessed week, and aloha. Okay?